talk about Milan Torino. I mean, yeah, I haven't really been able to talk about these for the past few days, but I think for me, Alaphilippe, after World Champs, he seems a little bit risky. I think that Almeida might be their guy. I think Lulu's probably building up towards Il Lombardia, if he even still cares about that this time of year. I think that probably the better option is to go with Pogačar or Roglic, just because we've seen Pogačar even today at Valenciennes that he's looking great. Roglic won Giro dell'Emilia the other day. I'd say that Hershey's not great just because this doesn't suit him. It's like 4k and 9%. It definitely suits Pogačar more. For their team, Pinot and Woods have looked really good recently, especially Woods. Pinot was a little bit kind of resurgent the other day, but I don't think he's fully back to his best. I think that probably Woods is the better shout of the two. Yates, great shout as well, just because of how he looked at Giro dell'Emilia. He's done well in this race before, so is Woods. Woods has actually won this race the last time that it was in this kind of edition. Sometimes it's a sprinter's race as well. I'd say that, honestly, out of all these top people, probably only Hershey is the bad choice. I think everybody else you can justify quite well. Barguil, no. Benoit, maybe. He's done well in this race before. Ivan Garcia, no. Doesn't suit him at all. Dan Martin, probably not. Nibali, no. Ulissi will be working for Pog. The reason why I say no to Nibali is that he didn't really do that great in today's race. I know it was rainy and stuff, but that race probably would have taken it out of him quite a bit, so probably not. Vlasov, probably not either. I think he's waiting for that move to Bora really and get his career kind of started again. None of the 18 pointers really take my fancy. Maybe Mollema because Nibali won't be on such a good day. Buchmann hasn't looked great in a while. Guillaume Martin goes quite hot and cold. 16 points. Godou's probably the best one. And then followed by Lutsenko probably. I wouldn't pick Froome or Teo or Micah really. Jumbo-Visma could play an interesting strategy and attack with Sepp Kuss. So he's definitely a viable option for 14 points. But it's kind of thinking about how do you think that Roglic is going to approach this? Is he going to attack and want to win this, or is he tapering down to try and win Il Lombardia at the weekend? That's kind of the dilemma that they're kind of between. For me, I think that Kuss could definitely go on and try and win this race. It's just a bit of a gamble, considering that Roglic is definitely their main man. Of all the 14 pointers, I'd say that he's best, followed by probably Masnada, because he looked pretty good the other day. 12 pointers, the best one without a doubt is Almeida. I reckon he should be the guy that De Koning worked for, not Alaphilippe. I think this climb's probably is a bit better for him, and he's actually shown this year that his finishing kick is really fast as well, if not on a similar level to what Alaphilippe is at. So I'll say that Almeida for 12, absolutely fantastic. All the other 12 pointers I don't really like at all really. 10 pointers, again, none really there. Maybe Matt Van Zevenen. 8 pointers, if you remember, Louis Mienquez looked really good at the Vuelta, so he could be a good option. So could Ben O'Connor. He's kind of coming around to a decent bit of form after the Tour of Luxembourg. 6 pointers, there's only a couple that I really like. The main one is Clément Champassin. I think that a lot of people would pick him. If you remember Tour of the Alps, Jefferson Alexander Cepeda looked really good, but he hasn't looked anything near as good as that recently. Of course, then there's the Giro d'Italia stage winner Lorenzo Fortunato. He's a great pick. He looked okay today, and also at the Tour of Sicily, I think it was. So Fortunato, yeah, that'll be a really good one to pick as well. Other than that, you could go with maybe Pedrero and Petilli as more of kind of outside options, but I'm not strongly recommending those. Michael Storer we haven't seen since his outstanding Vuelta, so he could definitely be the main man for DSM. And Ryan Talame for Intermarché. Again, we haven't really seen him since the Vuelta, so we don't really know how he's going. I think that those two are the other two kind of good ones, and maybe Filippo Zana, the young talented Italian climber from Bardiani. He's kind of really done really well in the Tour de l'Avenir this year, so you could go with him as well. 4-pointers I'm really not liking too much. I'd be going more with assist points, so maybe like William Bonnet for Pino. I think one which I did quite like the look of is Christian Scaloni. He came 13th in the Giro dell'Emilia the other day, which isn't great, but when you consider that that was a really hard repeated effort over that San Luca climb like 5 times, he did really well to finish in 13th place there, and I think that as a 4-pointer that's really good value, and if you were really pushed to put a 4-pointer on your team, I'd say that he's probably the best one. For me, this is the team I've got at the moment. It's probably, I could change it a little bit. Instead of Fortunato, I could go with Scaloni instead, who is there, and then I could put those points onto Yates to get Woods, for example. That would probably be the main change that I'd be between, so I'm kind of Scaloni and Woods, or Yates and Fortunato. For me, I'm not overly keen on putting Alaphilippe on, and overall I think that the safest option to go with is to put Pogačar and Roglic onto your team. Probably put Almeida on as well. I think he'll also be a popular pick. And then it's kind of who do you put in as your other main person. You'll only really be able to get 3. You could go with Alaphilippe, you could go with Pino, Woods or Yates. Really, I'd say are the most sensible options for you to go with. But that's about it really. Let me know who you're going to pick in the comments down below. I apologise that I haven't done a video for the last 2 races, but just university work's been super busy at the moment, and it's all kind of quite hectic at the start of the year, but I will definitely try and get another one of these done for Il Lombardia on Sunday, which will be the penultimate round of the Velogames Superclasico for this year. So thanks very much for watching, stay safe, and I will talk to you in the next video.